Hey guys, so from what I understand, I believe this is going to be the second to last assignment that you have to do on DLD before the final exam. Next Monday, instead of putting a graded assignment out, I'm going to put um, a review for you because from what I understand from administration, that we don't have to put out any more new material, and I already have enough grades in the grade book for you guys according to their requirements. So I think what I'll just do for next week is put out some flashcards so that you can review the vocabulary for the final exam, and then your last grade in orchestra will be the final exam, which takes place May 13th, next Wednesday. Guys, please, please, please get on and take it on that day. You get one day to take it. And if you don't take it, I have to call your parents and ask them why you didn't take it. And trust me, I don't want to call 200 parents, and you don't want your parent called, and because that's not the best way to start that conversation of, hey, your child didn't decide to not take their final exam. We need to know why. So please get on Wednesday and take your final exam. You'll get 1 hour, 60 minutes to complete the exam. I'm opening it up all day long, so you can take it at 12:01 a.m. up to 11 o'clock p.m. Do not take it after 11 o'clock because you will get cut out of your 60 minutes, okay? Make sure you get on. Before we get into the assignment, I also want to mention that a couple of you know this because I've been telling you guys on Zoom when I see you, and I'm sure some people have text messaged their friends and such, but I will not be at Shiloh Middle School next year. Back in January, my last school that I came from called me up and asked if I would come back and teach there for the following year, and I said yes. So what had happened was last year, Cruz Middle School had 3 orchestra teachers, and the school gets to hire a certain number of teachers based on enrollment numbers, so how many students go to the school. Last year, the enrollment numbers dropped, so they had to get rid of 5 teachers actually, and an extra orchestra teacher wasn't one of the teachers they needed to stay. So I was what they call displaced, and I accepted the job at Shiloh for the year. But for next year, the second orchestra teacher at Cruz is leaving, so I'm going back to take her place. So that's where I'm going. I'm going back to Cruz Middle School because I know a lot of you have asked. Cruz Middle, it's down the road from Shiloh. It feeds into Brookwood High School. So that's where I'm going. But as soon as I gave my notice at Shiloh, they asked, do you know anyone who might be willing to take the job? And I'm excited to announce that they officially hired Mr. Pearson to be the orchestra teacher next year. I know that Mr. Pearson's got a lot of exciting ideas for the fall, and that he has already worked with all of you guys and loves you dearly. So you're in for a treat next year. I know that I'm not going to be completely gone. I will be at honors orchestra rehearsals and after school activities and concerts, so it's not goodbye forever. It's just you won't see me every single day. And 7A, I know you saw that moment, that one class period where Mr. Pearson came in fully decked out in a suit. Yes, that was the day that they officially hired Mr. Pearson to be the orchestra teacher. We just didn't feel like telling you guys at that point because we weren't ready. But now that we've only got 2 weeks of school left, I feel 2.5. I feel like this is a good time to tell you guys that you will be switching teachers. You'll know him, but it'll technically be a different teacher.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas for next year. Honors Orchestra is going to keep going. I'm going to have
Be better than ever.
And I'm going to have all of the auditions, materials, and requirements. Represent. And then we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to try and continue where we left off as much as possible. And I know some of you have your instruments, some of you don't. We're going to try and work hard next year to try and get us back into performing, because that's what orchestra is really about.
Well, and he has already promised 6th grade that they're definitely doing Dragon Slayer.
Yes.
And what was the other one that they're looking to do?
They're doing...
6th grade might be doing Ninja in the fall. Because I already had some kids ask me about that, and you said...
Oh, yeah.
And then 7th grade, what was the piece that they wanted to do? I haven't talked to 7th graders as much on Zoom. 7th grade, you're welcome to get on Zoom. I've seen a lot of Palaleith and a little bit of Avery and a little bit of Marcella, but not a lot of you. 7th grade, I don't ever get to see, I don't get to talk to. My 6th graders and 8th graders are awesome for getting on Zoom. I love seeing so many of you guys, but 7th grade, you don't represent. Mm-mm. All right, anything else?
I think that's it for now. But however, today we're working on no values. Super important. And as we get back into performing, very important that you understand how they work.
Mm-hmm. So we just did an assignment actually 2 weeks ago on note values, 3 weeks ago. But I can't stress enough that this is probably more than 1/4 of your grade on the final exam. So if you've got note values, you can at least get 25% correct. All right, simple, straightforward. The quarter note gets 1 beat in 4/4 time. The quarter rest, okay, it looks like a lightning bolt.
Also gets 1 beat.
Gets 1 beat, but not of sound, of rest, of silence, okay? The half note gets 2 beats. The half rest gets 2 beats of rest, okay? The whole note gets 4 beats. The whole rest gets 4 beats of silence, okay? The 8th note gets half a beat. Half a beat. The 8th rest gets half of a rest.
Of silence, yes.
And the 16th note gets 1/4 of a beat. The 16th rest gets
1/4 of a beat of rest, of silence.
simple. That's all the assignment is today. This assignment's super easy. The next assignment this week will be a little harder, and we've got to upload that assignment, so it's going to take a little bit, but I'm hoping to have the assignment uploaded at the end of today so that you have all week to complete both assignments. And guys, some of you only complete this assignment, but you won't complete the next one. Be careful. There are 2 assignments per week, not 1. I think y'all are confused, okay?
Yeah, and guys, 2 assignments, it really isn't that bad. You split them up for one day and another day. You have 5 days in a week. At the school that I'm currently at Trickham, we have 4 every week. So, I mean, it's not that hard. Just get on.
So, quarter note, quarter rest, half rest,
Half note.
half note, whole note.
8th
I
note.
don't have a whole rest
Oh,
exactly.
there's a whole
Yeah, here, there's a whole rest here. Whole rest. 8th note. 8th notes can look a whole bunch of different ways. You can have single 8th notes like this one,
Little flags.
or you can have 8th notes that are connected to each other. Like there's 2 8th notes connected there by a bar. They're still all 8th notes. They're still all worth 1/2 of the beats. They just are written differently. Don't let that freak you out. 16th note.
16th note.
Oh, here's an 8th rest and Viva la
nice.
Vida. 8th rest. Those are those tiny things in between those notes. 8th rest and Viva la Vida.
16th notes. They also can look several different ways. This is 4 of them put together, which is the most common way that they're placed.
Because usually you have running 16th notes. They're literally running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing, I don't think this one has just 1/16 but so.
And because typically what I should do and what I would have done had I seen you in person is drawn out the notes. But because so many people had problems seeing the notes as pictures when I did the note name review, I'm just going to try and word the question like, how many beats does a whole note get? And you would simply click the answer 4. Or, which of the following has 2 beats as its value? Then you click half note. That's how I'm going to word this quiz, and that's how I'm going to word it on the final exam, because I'm not going to take a chance of people not being able to see pictures. I hope that's simple and straightforward. If it's not, come see me on Zoom. Otherwise, good luck.
Bye.
Bye, guys.